Might be time to start looking at getting some of these water cooling parts in. Well, firstly, I'm going to get... Where did I put it? I believe it might have been this folder. No. Check this water pump out. Let's see how it connects. It should connect in there. Screws don't line up. That's a Granzon. Yeah, that is the one. That's the one that the website linked me to. Interesting. I'm gonna have to turn this around and have a look. For some reason, that's not lining up. Yes it does. I'm just blind. Alright, now let's see. In case it'll be that way, so... And look at that. Fits perfectly. Alright, so let's get the plastic off. Now they're Allen key, of course, because everything's decided to be Allen key centric. No idea why. And that lines up very comfortably. There we go. Oh, that's the right size. Yeah. Ooh, I almost made a mistake. I need to put those little washers back on. Now that doesn't always cause an issue, but we're not going to sit here and take any chances, are we? It's supposed to get flush. And I'm making drops. Of course, I'm being difficult on myself. Where'd the other washer go? No cables for it. Let's see. Well, this has been a bit of a boring video. Oh my gosh. There's the Allen key. I knew there was one. And, like, yeah, I opened that up. Because I almost didn't put the washer in. That would have been terrible. Oh. Right, the other washers don't need to be on in this piece. It's only if you're screwing it to a board. On the acrylic sheet, it's on the outside. And the washers, yeah. So I don't... Oh, well, I still needed to pull it apart so I could put the washer on the back. I can't believe I almost forgot that bit. That would have been terrible. What's the word? Terrible. Alright, let's get this screwed down. We're going to cross it. Really? This one has a little sticker on it. Okay. 3 of the screws don't, but one does. Actually came with no paperwork. That's interesting. I figured it would have come with something. No. Came with an Allen key. No paperwork. Right, so it does need to be tightened a little bit more, but yeah, it's got a sticker over it acting like a flathead needs to go into it. Now let's test out a flathead and see if it fits. And I'll go with the one I already pulled out and I'll put it there. Yeah, one of them's a flathead. Thanks, guys. I made sure, so bottom of the case, screen's facing that way. Because that would have annoyed me. Alright, let's drop all the bits and bobs in there. Allen key. There's the remote that it came with. Oh, plastic sticker rubbish. Chuck that on the floor. Someone will clean that up. That'll be me. Whoops, that one didn't even make it to the box. Alright, Allen key. Woohoo, I got another one. Alright, so now that we're here. Alright, so 8 pins here, 24 pins there. We're not going to be using the solder ports. RGBs. What, ARGB? So I'll grab the booklet that comes with the motherboard. Because I got the pretty little diagram right on the front, which makes so much things so much easier. Means I don't have to go looking for it. The fact that I got everything on here, including, where's the front pin layout? There, front panel system. Which we don't have to worry about. We only have to put a start button in. Yeah, it's got a button. BIOS flashbacks. Or it might even be CMOS clearing. Alright. Actually, you know what? I bet you this would tell me if I wasn't. No. Okay. Alright, so now we're at this. We're going to go into getting the cables for the power supply. No, maybe we should get... Right, first of all, I'm going to need to open them up. So let's get the little clips out. Very careful not to clip a cable. Yeah. Little zip tie. And of course I dropped it in there. So let's pick it up for a second time. Hey, that one made the box. It's just so I can extend the cable out like that, get it out of my way. Because I'm at that point, I'm going to need to start getting the rad in. And if I'm correct, one should go there comfortably. What have we got? We got two 40s because that's what they said will fit. And we got the Be Quiet Lightwing to go into it. So, all right, I'm going to clip this cable too, just so I can move it out of the way a little better. Hey, yeah. More than likely, I'll. And unless I'm looking at, yeah, now that's out of the way, nice and simple. I'll end up having to tie them back anyways. So in here, let's check out which way I've got it. So the RAM sticks. So that's the motherboard. Woohoo! All right, so upside down. So closest to me up here, where the 8-pin is, there's channel fan, CPU fan. You add 2 Gen 2, add 1 Gen 2 1 for your ARGB. So that'll be 1 and 2, which will be what these will need to go into, which means I probably shouldn't have trimmed them. Dagnabbit. That's all right. That's all right. I'll zip tie them back or cable tie them, whatever I've got at the time. Whatever will fit in nicely. I'm actually going to look at grabbing one of those rads out now because that's going to need to happen. And get that in because we're going to sit that one in there. Which means, more than likely, this pump shouldn't have been put in yet. But that's all right. We'll work around it. We'll pull it out if need be. It's 4 screws. Wow. It's 4 screws. 3 Allen keys and 1 bloody flathead. All right. Now, in this box, check this out yesterday. Should have, mounting screws. Yep, so it's the little screws. So they're the fans. They're for the rad. There's 2 sets of what seems like identical. That's interesting. So fans are gonna obviously go on this side, and we're going to get the screws coming in from the back side. So I'm actually gonna have to flip this up. Let's get another box out of the way and on the floor. Tag, not my problem. All right, so the rad. Let's get this out of the box. Oh man, this surprised me. They're so heavy, these ones. This thing's as heavy as those AIOs without liquid. It's insane. So I'm down very carefully because we're going to actually move this case while we install fans and stuff like that. Now, for me to move the case, I'm going to want to put it somewhere safe and comfortable. So I'm just going to pick it up. I'm going to move these foam pieces over. This is why I would do it here with a massive desk, more room than necessary. All right. Oh, I will need them. All right, let's get this rad back out in front. Now that'll do. All right, so rad's going to go down like that. We want the inlet, outlet. It'll be better at the top, of course. Oh, so it'll go that way. Fans will go on this side. Screw in from this side. At least that's going to be the plan. So let's start opening up these fans. All right, now I actually didn't open this because it's the same as the single fan we got in the unboxing video. So let's just crack her open. Oh wow, I tore that box. Ah, they came with their own screws. And we're going to want the cables of the fans to run. Alright, first things first. There's the arrow. So we want it to be blowing into the radiator. So it is going to be that way. Now we want these cables coming out, probably against the wall, but I'll set them up like that for now. Let's start getting these screws in. Now it's not going to be these. It's almost certainly going to be them. You know what? I've already got this in my hand. Now what we'll do is double check length. Yep, perfect. Oh, hallelujah. Screws that don't require an Allen key. Didn't realize how much that would frustrate me. It really has. Again, I haven't fully tightened these. Not yet. But as you can see, I am crossing. Heck, I didn't do it with the screws on the motherboard, and I had to end up loosening them so that I can make them nice and flush and much neater look. Because you don't want to have that looking off. Alright, let's tighten. 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 Man, I almost feel like I should go get my drill. Have that going. Can't do that though. Alright, there's one fan in, and here's the box for a second one. Alright, and because we want to double check the arrow at all times, we want to go on that way. No, that way. And the cable's going on the same side. This is a bit of a quiet moment. It's a little late. I'm sort of just trying to get this done so we can showcase it to everyone tomorrow. So I've got a long night ahead of me for you guys, so hope you enjoy. But on the downside, I am half asleep. This is my Saturday night. But that's okay. They're all in, which means they're ready to get lined up and put in there. I'm going to actually... I'm not going to quite undo them, but I'm going to lengthen them. Just so that... Oop, that one came undone. Just so they don't get stuck in there behind everything. Alright, now there's actually the power cable button I can see from here. I'm going to have to undo it as well. Alright, so I'm going to set this one up to the side. Put that one out. Bring my little foam bits back because they are actually working really well. How would I lay that down? I actually need to sit it. This way might be the best. And that way I don't need to put it on the foam. Because it's on its legs. But I need to be able to screw... Oh, of course. So just to screw that right in. I need to pull that other side panel off. I don't know why I'm surprised. That's a normal thing. Alright, so let's make sure these all line up. Get it down nice and softly. There we go. And because it's been the theme of the night, let's get the Allen key out. God, I hate Allen keys. I'm going to go get my drill out for these soon. You know what? Maybe I should. Alright, so that's got that one screw. I know what that is. Bring this little container out. So I think it should just be, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I know there's 20 other screws, but I believe that's not attached to this. That'll be the back plate in case you need to get to the motherboard. And there is this center one, and the rest of it's all one piece. All right. So let's start doing this. Hopefully, if you guys are lucky, the editor will just fast forward this bit. I know I would. This is a bit of a slow one, isn't it? Allen keys slow everything down. I can't fathom how much that is true. This little dinky thing. My hand doesn't fit on it properly. There we go. Well, that 4 should just be 2 more. Yeah. Let's get these 2 off. Man, I love how shiny that is. So pretty. All right. Oh, wow. That's nicely machined. It's a little rough, but not like ugly rough. It's just textured almost. And that, oh, it's so smooth. That I am definitely going to have to wipe down this. That's all right. We build computers. For anyone around here who builds computers and watching this, they know we've always got isopropyl around to clean this sort of stuff. And I'm certain I've got some. Probably got a bunch of it. So I'll sit this one off to the side in a nice safe spot where I know it's not going to get touched or I'm not going to bump it. Then we can access where the rad's going to go. Yay! All right, now, as we talked about, I've already put that bloody pump in. So I'm going to have to work around that one. All right, now, I'm going to do it this way on its legs. Hopefully, you can see what I'm doing in the... I don't think you'll be able to. But unfortunately, I sort of have to do it this way. Now, we wanted these pipes to be up the top, and that needs to fit. Let's grab this out of the way. You know what? I actually talked to you guys about what I needed to trim that so I can get it out of the way. Snip the zip tie so I can get it out of the way. Trim it sounds so wrong. All right, very carefully. There we go. Now, I'm not worried about getting it stuck in there and not being able to access it later. Again, let's just throw that on the floor with the rest of the rubbish. I really hope I'm not the one who has to clean that up. Alrighty, Roo. That fits in nicely. So I'll sit that there just for a second. Whilst because I'll have to turn it around and screw it in. But hopefully, it's got nowhere to go. Now, before I do that, I should grab the screws that I'm going to need ready. Now, I doubt it's going to be them ones, but I'm not entirely sure the ones they included are going to be long enough because it's got to go through a piece of acrylic. Oh, the acrylic does thin out on the screw hole. Okay. I didn't notice that until just then. There's a cable up the top here, which is a ARGB cable, which I'll need to keep out of the way. All right, so I'm going to turn this around and we're going to screw in the back of it. Alright. I'll pick it up, but I'll semi-lean it backwards. Grab those cables. And we'll sit it down. Oops. Sat it on a bit of a foam bit on an angle. That's fine. That's why we're being... I just talked about needing these cables. Now, these are, yay, screws for my screwdriver. No bloody Allen keys here, please. Alright, now I'm going to need 8. It should be what it comes with. Now, am I going to fit my normal... Oh, that's a perfect fit, actually. Alright, so I'm going to put my arm around. I'll line that up. And find out it doesn't fit through. That's okay. Now, if I use these, they're going to be too long. Let's just very quickly double check I was right, because otherwise we might actually be a little stuck, because the screws that are included are for a standard PC where it's just gone through a very thin copper mil gauge metal. In this, it's gone through probably 8 mil acrylic on the inside, and then there's another 6 on, another 8. You know what? I've just dropped the screw, but I'm just going to ignore that. And if it comes up, I have 1,000 spare screws somewhere. Oh, what do you know? Mrs. is fantastic and picked it up. Thank you, Doc. All right, I've talked a whole bunch now, so I'm going to grab my bottle of water and have a drink. Cool. Well, that was very refreshing. All right. Now I've opened this up. We're just going to grab one out and make sure I was right, and these are going to be too long. Same deal. I'll put my arm around. I'll pick this up. Make sure it lines up. And just start lightly screwing in until I get resistance, which will probably be there. Okay. So I will put that back, and I should have one of these ones. That's 4. What did this packet come out of? Oh, this came out of the fan box. And they actually seem a little longer and 3 times harder to get into. There we go. I'm actually making a very big mess tonight. Whoa, they're huge. I don't see that fitting in the Raddies. Let's just very carefully try. Not even close. Bit interested in why Be Quiet included them then. It's alright. So screw wise, we're gonna have to go with... So the other idea is I put the fans on the back here, screw through the case, the fans, and into the rad on one. That's... I don't want to use the word janky, because that's a bit of a gross word. I think the word I'm looking for is unideal. I think I'm going to have to maybe pause the video and go check my screws. Yeah, because I've got these, which are M422s, which might be actually the exact size I'm talking about. But there's only 4 of them. Now, yes, you only have to put 4 into a radiator, but I was probably going to try and fit 6. Yeah, so I believe I want the fins visible. So I'm just going to pause it there. I'll leave everything here for the time being. I'm just going to check out the concept design to see what we want preferred on the side there. Because maybe the boys at Crimson Market, the rest of them guys want the fans on the back, so you're actually looking at the fins of the radiator. But honestly, I very much doubt it, which means I'm going to have to go out to my screws anyways and find some that'll fit. So I will be back